Hey everybody, Tony here with Nothing But Car Reviews, and today we're in beautiful Franklin, Tennessee at Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Franklin, and today we're looking at a 2022 Wagoneer Series I, but let's jump right into it. For this paint color, we have the beautiful bright white clear coat, and then our interior is going to consist of a global black capri perforated leather, and this Wagoneer comes with a 5.7 liter naturally aspirated V8. And that's going to be mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. And there's our back end there. And I love how we have Wagoneer, great big old letters here. Let's go ahead and pop the lift gate here. So we have the third row down just to show you all the space that you get in this vehicle. I mean, there's just plenty of it. And then with this one being a Series 1, if you want to lift that seat up, the second row has to be up enough, but you just pull these straps here and then they'll fold up. But we'll test those out later on. And then to close, we just hit that button right there. So here we go. Let's go around. Really like the black accents throughout. We have the roof rails there, and we kind of have this piano black here. And then even the accents within the wheels look fantastic, and those are going to be 22s, which look really sharp on this. Let's go around the front end here. So we have our LED headlamps along with LED fog lights. And we have those LED daytime running lights as well. And then we have our front sensors here. And then we have that little camera there for our cruise control. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. Take a look at that 5.7 liter V8. So hydraulic hood, which I like. And then when this one has our e-torque, so there's that motor there. But next, let's go ahead and take a look at the driver's seat. So really good seating room here. I have several inches of headroom with no sunroof in this one. And then we have a very adjustable power driver's seat. And then we have our power lumbar support, seat back, seat bottom. So even in the Series 1, it's nice to have that. But let's get to the door panel here. We have our memory seat functions here. We can set that and then hold the button. Power windows, power door locks, power mirrors. Then we have an Alpine sound system. That's nice to have. And then we have our headlamp controls over here with fog lights, and we also have adjustable pedals as well, which that's starting to become few and far between for a lot of automakers, but Wagoneer still has that, so that's really nice. But on the steering wheel here, really nice leather wrap here, and then you can also heat that 3 stages. But we can go through our gauge cluster here, which is all digital. And then we have our voice recognition controls. And then I really like this. If you hit this button here, we can display all of that going on right there. And then we have our cruise control. And then we can manually shift that 8-speed here. And then behind the steering wheel on the left side, we can go through our radio station track list, or we can do our volume on the right side. But next, let's go ahead and delve into the radio and such. So here we have a 10.1 inch touchscreen here, which is very crisp in terms of the picture. And then on the left side here, you can see we have our heated steering wheel toggle, 3-stage, cooled seat, 3-stage, and then we have this little zone button here, so you can kind of choose where you want the air going. And then we have 3-stage heated seats as well. And then if you don't want to use the buttons, you can just go in here to the climate controls, and then you can adjust it there as well. So really nice. And then you can even mess with your climate controls. I love how easy it is to use this touchscreen here and this kind of dial, and then you can sync that. But you can also use the buttons down here as well. So that's pretty slick. I like that. So you can pull up for heat, press down to cool. And then we have our home page here. And the split screen is really nice because you can have your radio settings over here, you can have your nav over here, and then you can just expand it by hitting that button there. And then you just hit the home button again, and you can expand even the navigation over here, or you can just hit the buttons and toggle between them full screen. But we have dual zone automatic climate controls, of course, and then we can adjust the fan speed. And just really responsive on this touchscreen. It's very fast and it's very easy to actually get everything going. And then I even like how you can slide or you can tap. Just, I love these screens. I just really, really love them. And then we have a few of our settings there. And then we have our off-road settings here. And we can lock the differential, so on and so forth. And then we have Alexa. If you want to turn on any of the many features that you have, you can do that from here. And then you even have a favorites, a recent, and then you can do it by categories. So if you want to do comfort, you can have your heated cooled seats. If you want to mess with the media, you have your AM, FM, XM, and then your USB ports for that Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. There's that backup camera there. I like how it's nice and wide for this screen here, and then you can adjust the steering wheel and then it'll show the lines on here as you do that. But down here, I love this little storage compartment here. It's huge, absolutely ginormous. Then we have two USB A and C splits there, an aux input, a 12 volt down there. And we also, how do you get that to go back? Oh, here. You can just close that up, and you have this nice sleek black there. And then down here you can toggle your auto stop on and off, your traction control, parking sensors, and your tow haul mode. And then over here you can toggle between your sport mode, your auto mode, snow mode, or your sand and mud mode for those terrains using that four-wheel drive. And then for our shifter, we have our rotary knob here, so we just go reverse, neutral, drive, and then neutral, reverse, park. Very easy to do. Cup holders here, we can stow that away. Center console cubby space is massive. And then let's go ahead and check out the back seat. So the back seat here is actually extremely comfortable, and I have plenty of space throughout. But we even have vents back here to keep us cool. We can adjust that here. The buttons are they just feel very luxurious. And you can even set the auto mode on. And then if you want on your feet or your face, so either here or down there, you can adjust that. It just feels really nice. But we can toggle that off there. Down here we have a 115 volt 3-prong household plug-in there. 2 more USB splits there. And then a 12 volt here. But let's check out this back seat here. Back up real quick. So what we can do is hit this button here, and then the seat actually will slide all the way up, and then I can do this. Oh, actually not that bad of a squeeze, but literally my knees are not touching the back seat. So if I needed to sit back here, I could buckle up, be good to go. Actually pretty comfortable. So I'm very impressed with that. And then we have USB ports on either side as well. But with that being said, I think it's time we go ahead and take this 5.7 liter V8 out on the road for a quick test drive. So of course this 5.7 liter has a very, very nice rumble to it. And this auto mode still has plenty of power to it. Because this thing gets like 16 miles a gallon city, 20 highway, so fuel economy is not really a top priority with something like this. But still driving around town, it does very well. Very comfortable. And you can still get pretty good gas mileage for this vehicle if you're light with the pedal. But we're gonna do one pull in sport mode because it doesn't have a lot of gas in it. What's crazy is that was pretty much nothing. I had to have my foot down about 1/4 of the way, but still plenty of pull. And in a vehicle this big, that's just really impressive. But these cooled seats feel fantastic. When you get going, especially without having a hot sunroof, it's really pretty easy to keep the cabin cool. And I just love this brake pedal because it has kind of a, I'm used to driving EVs and it kind of has like a slight regen feel to it. But when you first hit that brake, especially if you're picking up speed, it sticks ever so perfectly. And that's the kind of brake pedal you want for something this massive. And I'm glad that Chrysler kind of got back into the luxury game with the Wagoneer, because that's really what people are, for some reason, still into. Even when gas here is $4.70 a gallon, I still see these everywhere. Like, people don't care about how much gas is, which is fine with me. But something like this stickering for 70 grand, and this is the lowest trim you can get on a Wagoneer. It's just amazing. People are paying 6 figures for these Grand Wagoneers and then getting 15 miles a gallon. But if this is what you need and you're in the market for one of them, they really are very, very nice driving and very luxurious vehicles. And I said earlier that there was a sensor for the adaptive cruise, and for some reason this does not have it. I don't know if that's just I guess for looks maybe, so that they don't have to change the bumpers out or whatever, but you'd think that that sensor up front would be for the adaptive cruise. And that's the only thing missing in a vehicle like this, for me at least. I'd like to have the lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitors, that kind of package. But if you don't care about all that, this will be just fine. And this is going to bring me to the end of my review of the 2022 Wagoneer Series I. And finally, we're just gonna check out the window sticker. So again, I want to give a huge shout out to Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Franklin for letting us review this Wagoneer Series I today. And they actually have several throughout here. I think they have a couple Grand Wagoneers in the back as well. They might already be sold, but this one here, let's go ahead and dive into the sticker. You all might not be happy about this one because this one stickers for $63,995, just as is, no extra options. But with the market adjustment of $99.95 plus the all-terrain package, so you get your nitrogen, your wheel locks, and all of that, comes out to, oh, you get the 22-inch Mopar wheels too. Comes out to $15,000 markup. You got $80,094.99 in this one. But I mean, very, very nice vehicle. Personally, I'd probably wait a year or two to get into that. But if you want one that badly, you can get one here. And then finally, just want to take a quick look at this key fob. We have our unlock, lock, remote start, and then we can open the hatch, panic alarm. But with that being said, again, this is Tony here with Nothing But Car Reviews, the 2022 Wagoneer Series I. We'll catch you all in the next video.